Hey Gemini, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your December reading. I can't believe we're already to the end of the year. I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of December 2020. And for the readings this month, I'm going to be using my white tarot deck. I've used this before, and it's interesting because I actually was looking for a different deck and I could not find it. So I'm just going to trust that I wasn't supposed to use that deck, and we're going to be using this one. To clarify, I will be using my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck like I always do. And then Gemini, I plan to close out your reading with the Wisdom of the Oracle card. So I think that is it. So we can go ahead and get started. If this is your first time catching one of my videos, I do want to say welcome. And I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month. And I would love to share your money message with you. Cards are feeling kind of slippery, but that's okay. We're just going to go right into it, Gemini. So what do we need to know for the sign of Gemini? As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of December 2020. All right, let's go ahead and get started and see what's coming through for you, Gemini. So it looks like December, all eyes are going to be on you. All eyes on you. I can say that. You know, things won't happen quickly, but I can say you will be attracting a lot of attention as we move into this new month. Now, I want to make sure everything is in frame here. Okay. So as we go into December 2020, the thing that you're going to have to remember, especially when it comes to your money, Gemini, is that, again, all eyes are going to be on you. You're going to be attracting a lot of attention and people are going to notice. And I say that because of these two cards here. Justice upright and the Six of Wands upright. Also, we have the Lover's card, which means, you know, this is all about divine connection and really coming together in a beautiful way. But it also is a card about passion. It's a card about love and all those things as well. Then we also have the Knight of Wands, which is another assistance card coming through as it relates to your work. So, like I said, all eyes are going to be on you. Now, this is, you know, not anything to feel nervous or anxious about, but it is something where this could be the wake-up call or maybe the sign that you need to really kind of step things up, step up your game, really kind of, you know, expand what you're doing in a way so when people see and when people notice, you know, they want to be involved. They want to buy from you. They want to work with you. They want to promote you. They want to, you know, try your business or try your product. Now, even if you are not, you know, a business owner and you're not selling anything, this is also something to pay attention to as it relates to your work. You know, maybe the supervisors, co-workers, colleagues, executives, and so forth that you work with are really going to be noticing you and paying attention to what you're doing. Now, this is a perfect opportunity for you to shine, which I see you clearly will be, especially in this first week of December. And it also is going to create a new opportunity for you to really pursue something that you love and that you enjoy. Again, that's why we have this Lover's card here, because again, this is about a divine union, a divine connection, really coming into a passion project, really falling in love what you do, falling in love with the results that you're creating. Now, we have the Two of Swords here, and then we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. And these are not cards that we have to worry about being in the reverse. The Two of Swords means that you're no longer struggling with a decision. You're no longer feeling limited by what shows up, because you know you can create your own possibilities, especially when it comes to work, money, career, business, investments, all those things. And this really kind of allows you to move forward in a much more powerful way. It also kind of removes the blinders, so to speak, and allows you to see things a lot more clearly. Now, this is going to give you an advantage when it comes to work and money, because you're going to kind of be able to study things from different angles and really consider new possibilities. Now, we have the Eight of Wands here in the reverse, and that means things are going to be happening slowly. But I think this is actually very, very good, because it really allows you a lot of time to get grounded in this movement and this shift that is happening during the first week of December. You know, don't you want to ride this wave for as long as possible of people noticing you, paying attention to you, really admiring you, and wanting to connect with you? You know, so this is something I think you're going to be able to have a lot of time to embrace. You're going to feel really, really good. Like I said, you're going to feel very positive. You're going to feel some really joyful, passionate emotions, you know, as you come into this time. And the Knight of Wands, this is some type of assistance coming your way. And the wands, in my context, as I read the cards when it relates to work and money, the wands really is about the work life. It's about, you know, really kind of blossoming in your work life and really kind of paying attention to what shows up for you as it relates to your work, as it relates to how you make money, how you support yourself, how you create a living for you and your family. So this is really good, because if you have been seeking out any type of assistance, or even if you just kind of need some positive reinforcement, that's definitely coming your way. All right, Gemini, let's see what continues. To show up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of December 2020. What do we need to know for the sign of Gemini? Okay. So what I can say is, as we move into the second week of December, Gemini, you're going to have to be very, very mindful of your communication and your conversations with people. We have the Five of Swords here, and sometimes the Five of Swords shows up when there's misunderstandings. Because this is in the reverse, this is leading me to really, really interpret this as, you know, sometimes mixed messages and mixed signals happen, but you do end up clarifying what you intend to say. People do understand you. You know, it may take several conversations back and forth. It may take you rephrasing a word or two, but people will get it. So this is just really be mindful of your conversations. Be mindful of the communication that you have with people. You know, double check your emails, double check your text messages, you know, because people have a tendency to kind of be lazy when they read. And because of that, they tend to kind of create a meaning of what you're trying to say, and sometimes it's correct and sometimes it's not. Now, this is really interesting. We have the King and the Queen of Cups both in the upright position. The Queen of Cups falls on the Lover's card. And these are two very, very highly emotionally sensitive cards. Now, as we move into the second week of December, you may feel that your emotions are kind of on high alert. Now, this is not anything negative. You know, sometimes, you know, as we move through different seasons of our lives, we are more sensitive at certain times than we are at others. And I think this is something that's actually very positive. Now, the King of Cups is someone who doesn't allow emotions to overrule him. However, he still can feel what's going on. And the thing with the Queen of Cups is sometimes she's a little bit too emotional. And because you've got both cards here, which means it's telling me that you're going to have a really nice balance of kind of being very grounded in how you're feeling, but at the same time, you're not going to be disconnected from your feelings. And this is something very, very good because it allows you to be in charge when it comes to making money-making decisions, when it comes to, kind of pursuing things and moving forward and really coming up with a game plan for how you're going to create the wealth that you want, the life that you want, the career that you want, okay? So I think this is really, really good. Again, that's being confirmed by the Sun card, one of the most positive, if not the most positive card in the deck. The Sun card means things are happening, they're bright, they're shining. It's a beautiful day. Babies are happy. This is really just a positive card. You're going to feel a lot of positive and good things kind of unfolding for you as we move through the second week of December. The other good positive card is the Nine of Swords in the reverse, which means your days of sleepless nights and worry and anxiety are going to be coming to an end if they're not already. You finally get the rest that you've been craving. A lot of times in this, season of the year, things tend to slow down. And sometimes that's what we need in order to kind of come up with some new ideas, some new strategies, and some new plans on how to make more money, or how to grow your business or how to kind of move to that next level. Now, you're definitely going to be doing that because I see that this really is going to be a time of leveling up for you, Gemini, okay, especially as it relates to your work. Finally, we have the Hierophant here, which means you're kind of making your own rules, you're kind of doing things your own way, but you're still playing within the confines of the game. And sometimes the rules work to your advantage, and that's what I'm getting here. A lot of times people like to go against the rules, but there's something to be said about having an advantage by playing within the rules and not doing anything sneaky, underhanded, or manipulative in order to get ahead. You see what your parameters and what your boundaries are, and you work within that, and you still win. That's what I'm getting with this card here. It's like you're still going to win regardless of how things play out because you're doing it in the way that it's supposed to be done. And this is really, really good because a lot of times when we're at work or when we're in business, we feel like we're limited by the rules. But that's not necessarily going to be so for you, Gemini. All right, let's go ahead and see what continues to show up for my beautiful Geminis as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of December 2020. All right. Gemini, looks like as we move into the second half of December, you could be taking a trip. You could be going on a vacation, maybe going to visit family, friends. That's not uncommon during this time of the year. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is something, because she's showing up in the reverse, we want to pay attention to that because this means that you really need to do some more research on something. Excuse me, especially something money-related, work-related, business-related. You need to really pay attention to the fine print. You need to do some more research. You need to ask some more questions. Whenever she shows up in the reverse, that tells me dig deeper. Ask more questions, especially if you're investing at this time or if you are, maybe doing a new business deal, or maybe if you're considering taking on more responsibilities in the workplace. Make sure you read the fine print. Make sure you get everything in writing. Make sure that you're very, very clear about what's going to be expected of you. Make sure you're clear about what's going on throughout the whole transaction. Because, sometimes people intentionally, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt, unintentionally, kind of mess things up, and they do so at your expense. Next, we have the Six of Swords here. Like I said, this is the travel card. Could be going overseas, or like I said, could just be taking a vacation, maybe a road trip, maybe flying somewhere, if we are allowed to fly. I do see travel happening for you in some way, shape, or form. Now, the other thing about this is the travel may not necessarily be actual travel. The word astral travel is coming through for those of you who are kind of more into the woo-woo. Astral travel could be happening for you. If it does, I want you to embrace that, because there could be some messages there. There could be something there that you need to know, something you need to see, something you need to experience. But if you're not into that, totally cool. I'm not going to say that's the only thing, but there's definitely going to be some type of travel happening in the second half of December for you. Now, we also have the Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands is the defense card. Sometimes you have to communicate exactly what you're doing, why you're doing it, and for whom you're doing it for. I know this isn't always a fun situation to be in, but when it comes to work and it comes to your money, you have to defend yourself in some way, shape, or form. Someone wants to pick at you, someone wants to question your intentions, whatever the case may be. You just stay clear and you stay grounded in what you're doing and why you're doing it. Next, we have the Two of Pentacles. You may have to, again, pay attention to the budget here. Pay attention to finances. Looks like you're going to be juggling the expenses for a little while. But again, that's not uncommon during this time of year. We're spending more for the holidays and travel and, trying to get set up for the new year. Just pay attention to the budget. Finally, we have the Three of Pentacles here in the reverse. The Three of Pentacles in the reverse talks about people kind of stepping back. Now, don't take this personal, Gemini, but remember, the beginning of the month, you're attracting a lot of attention. As we move into the second half of the month, looks like some coworkers and colleagues are going to be stepping back from you, maybe, distancing themselves, maybe going in a new direction, whatever the case may be. Don't take it personal, because it has nothing to do with you. This is strictly a business decision. So if you feel someone pulling away or someone making the decision to go with a different customer, a different vendor, a different whatever, just know that it's totally grounded in business. It has nothing to do with you personally. Okay. All right, Gemini, let's continue on and see what shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of December 2020. What do we need to know for the sign of Gemini? Okay. All right. As we close the month of Gemini, as we close the month of December, Gemini, let's see. Things are definitely going to be feeling like they're at a little bit of a standstill. But at the same time, you're not going to have to go through this alone. But what shows up as we close out the month of December, Gemini, is that what shows up is probably not going to be what you expect. Now, when it comes to work, when it comes to money, this has a tendency to happen in weird ways. And it's not necessarily good or bad, but it just is. And I say that because we have the Four of Cups here. But let's start here with the Page of Wands. Page of Wands in the reverse means we have some type of message, news, some type of an announcement happening as it relates to our work. And because it's in the reverse, this tells me it's something unexpected. You may get some news at work. You may get some news from a colleague about something going on. You can also maybe, things just kind of change in an unexpected way as it relates to your work, to your business, to your investments, to your money. Sometimes I get this card, and it's very interesting, but I get this card when there's a change in an interest rate. And that may or may not resonate with you, but I have a feeling that's what this is indicating. Interest rates are going to be fluctuating a lot during this time. And it makes sense. We're at the end of the year. We're moving into a new presidential term for those of us in the United States. And then globally, things are happening, with the pandemic. Things are happening with international business and foreign affairs, so I'm getting very strongly that this is signaling there's going to be an unexpected change somewhere. Now, we also have the Devil card in the reverse. Now, the Devil card in the reverse is actually very good. A lot of people freak out when they see reverse cards, but I'm telling you, you don't need to. The Devil in the reverse means breaking free of bondage, breaking free of unhealthy attachments. Also, this is sometimes when you something gets diagnosed. It's like, maybe your health was deteriorating for so long, and then finally you go to your fifth or sixth doctor and they have a breakthrough and they say, this is what's going on. I get that with this card too. Now, again, that may or may not resonate with some of you, but there is a breakthrough coming or a breaking free of something. Okay, that's very good. It means you're no longer being held bondage, or you're no longer being held back. Now, Knight of Cups, again, this is more assistance coming your way. Someone showing up with an offer. And because we're talking about money, this could be a monetary offer. Could be someone giving you a monetary gift, or someone giving you some information that allows you to grow your money in some way. This is a very positive card. I love when I see the Knight of Cups because it means something to support you, something that you need, something that could be the total game changer, shows up for you, and it shows up for you in a very positive way. Now, we have a repeater here. We have the Two of Swords. Remember, we saw him here. Two of Swords in the upright position means, again, you're struggling with the decision. Also, the other thing about the Two of Swords means that you know which way you have to go, but you're kind of being a little stubborn and you're not doing what you need that you know to do. Either way you interpret it, this is something you're going to have to work through. I have a feeling that it's going to probably carry on into the new month or into the new year, just because it's so close towards the end of December here. Next, we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands in the reverse is a card about instability. Now, I have a feeling this is more of a heads up. Be careful if you are doing some investments, if you are looking to kind of pursue a new opportunity, make sure that that opportunity is very stable. Make sure the investment is stable. Make sure that your money is going to be stable as a result of moving into something new, something different. Finally, we talked about the Four of Cups here. The Four of Cups means things show up for you, but it's not necessarily things that you were, kind of planning on. It's not like it's bad and it's not like it's good. It's just, I wanted the blue sweater and I got a pair of red socks. It's not bad or good. It's just not what you were expecting, right? There's nothing wrong with red socks, but you kind of had your heart set on the blue sweater, So sometimes that happens. Actually, it happens to all of us. It looks like the first half of December is going to be your strong half, Gemini. So, but you're going to work through the second half and you're going to move through it, just fine. You're not going to be any more worse for the wear, I should say. And you're pretty much setting yourself up for a really strong January. So let's go ahead and close out your reading, Gemini, with a Wisdom of the Oracle card. Oh, and you got regeneration. Makes total sense. I think that is the second half of December for you. It's about regenerating. Kind of taking into account what's going on, setting yourself up in a new direction, seeing what you have to work with, and then making a plan. Regeneration. All right, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, drop them down below because I love reading your feedback. All right, Gemini, thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll definitely do it again next month.